All right, welcome back to another episode of Chip Theory. Today I'm going to be talking about another Mixolydian modal scale. It's going to be today a G flat Mixolydian. Here's our keynote, G flat. This is going to be an enharmonic spelling with the F sharp Mixolydian mode, which I did in another video. And today we're going to be referring to this as a G flat Mixolydian. So here we have the chips laid out with G flat on the left to F on the right. And the first thing we want to realize when discussing a Mixolydian mode is the pattern for Mixolydian modes. It's going to be a whole step, a whole step, a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a half step, and a whole step. And you might notice that this pattern of Mixolydian is in fact the inverse of the Aeolian pattern, or the natural minor mode. So if we know our natural minor mode as whole, half, whole, half, whole, ascending, if we were to say that same pattern in a descending manner, that would give us our Mixolydian pattern, which is whole, half, half, whole. So you can kind of kill two birds with one stone. If you know your Aeolian mode, you also know your Mixolydian mode, because it's simply the descending pattern of Aeolian, right? So that's the first one we want to realize. The second thing is determining what key our Mixolydian mode is going to be derived from. Here we have the G flat note. We're going to move that to the right side here for the octave. Again, there are going to be 12 half steps in the octave. Between any two G flats, there's 12 half steps. Okay, so what we need to find out is what note is G flat the fifth of in the major scale, right? So we know that a perfect fifth is going to be 7 half steps, okay? That's the interval. So we're going to count down 7 half steps here from the octave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gives us this note right here. This is going to be a B or a C that's been flatted, C flat. Now, since that is in fact a white key that has been flatted, I'm going to go ahead and use a red chip here. So that makes the C flat easier to remember, because that's simply the white key that's been flatted to B or C flat. So the key of C flat major is going to be the relative major key that our G flat Mixolydian mode is derived from. So also, since there are 12 half steps in the key, we know that since we're 7 down this way, that if we move our G flat back to the left side, we have 5 from the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to C flat in this direction. And that's going to make C flat the perfect fourth, or the fourth degree of our G flat Mixolydian mode. So we know that in Mixolydian modes, our relative major note, or the note of which the mode is derived from, or that shares the same key signature, is going to be on the fourth degree of the modal scale. So we could simply play a C flat major scale starting here on our keynote of G flat to reach G flat Mixolydian, or we could use the pattern that I discussed earlier with the whole steps and half steps. We have a whole step here, a second whole step, and then a half step. Here's our relative major, C flat. Then we need a whole step, another whole step, and then another half step. And once again, here we have the F that has been flatted. So I'm going to use another red chip for F flat here. And then the final whole step is from F flat back to the octave G flat, like this. So again, we had whole, half, whole, half, whole for our Mixolydian pattern ascending. Again, all our modal patterns are going to be ascending patterns, because when we remove the notes of our Mixolydian, or that are not in our Mixolydian scale, we can see the pattern descending is going to be the Aeolian pattern, right? Because those two patterns were inverse. So coming down, we had the pattern whole, half, whole, half, whole, which is Aeolian. However, our notes are retained from the Mixolydian pattern. We're just saying the scale descending. So we have the notes here of our Mixolydian mode: G flat, F flat, E flat, D flat, C flat, B flat, A flat, and G flat. Descending. Ascending was G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, and F flat. Again, this F flat here, what we have essentially is a G flat major scale. Normally, in G flat, you have 6 flats, so your 7th degree of your relative, if you compare a G flat major scale to the G flat Mixolydian, you're going to have a 7th degree which has been flatted. This note here has been flatted from F natural to F flat. And our Mixolydian mode is the key known for this flat 7th note, right? So we have a G flat major scale with a flatted 7th, or an F flat. And here you can see on the 4th degree the C flat and the 7 flats of C flat major. Okay, so we could move our C flat down to its major scale position. And here we're going to have a C flat major scale: C flat, D flat, E flat, F flat, G flat, A flat, and B flat. This is going to be our C flat relative major to our Mixolydian mode. If we give each of these scale degrees a number, we could say C flat is 1, D flat is 2, E flat would be 3, F flat is 4, G flat would be 5. Again, this is our Mixolydian note, our 5 note of the major scale, the G flat. That's the scale we're looking for today, G flat, Mixolydian. And our 6 would be A flat, and our 7 would be B flat. So we can remember those scale degrees based on the major mode, the Ionian mode, scale degrees. And we can move back to our Mixolydian position here. Starting on scale degree 5, we're going to have 5, 6, and 7 of C flat, or G flat, A flat, B flat. We're going to have a root of C flat, the 2, D flat, the 3, E flat, and the 4, F flat. So essentially it's just the C flat major scale starting on degree 5, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, and 4, like that. Realizing that, we can then derive our triads of G flat Mixolydian based on the alternating notes of the scale, like this. And remembering our scale degrees from C flat, we have scale degree 5, 7, and 2 from C flat. Our notes are G flat, B flat, and D flat on scale degrees 5, 7, and 2, which is a major triad for the first triad of G flat Mixolydian. Our second triad is going to be on the 6, root 3 scale degrees, A flat, C flat, and E flat, which is a minor triad. Our third triad here is 7, 2, and 4. Right, B flat, D flat, and F flat. B flat, D flat, F flat. 7-2-4 is a diminished triad. Again, the third position triad is always diminished in Mixolydian keys. In this case, 7-2-4 is B flat, D flat, F flat. Our fourth position triad was the relative major, the root 3-5 from C flat, E flat, and G flat. Again, that's major, C flat, E flat, G flat. Our fifth position chord is going to be minor. The scale degrees are 2, 4, and 6 from our relative major of C flat. It's D flat, F flat, and A flat. So that's going to be a minor triad on the fifth chord of Mixolydian. D flat, F flat, A flat. Our sixth position triad here is going to be scale degrees 3, 5, 7. Again, 3, 5, 7 is a minor triad. E flat, G flat, and B flat. And here on the last position of Mixolydian, we had the flat seventh note, the F flat. This is going to be a flat 7 major triad. The scale degrees are going to be 4, 6, and root from our relative major of C flat, F flat, A flat, and C flat. So we have a flat 7 major triad. F flat, A flat, C flat. Again, our chord qualities for the triads were a dominant or a major, minor, diminished, major, minor, minor, and a flat 7 major. Okay, using that same principle of alternating scale degrees, we can then add a 7th chord, note, or a 4th tone to our chords. Here we're going to have like this. Our scale degrees are going to be 5, 7, 2, and 4. Here on the first position for G flat Mixolydian, G flat, B flat, D flat, and F flat. This is going to be a dominant 7 chord on the first position of G flat Mixolydian. Again, Mixolydian is known for the dominant mode for a dominant 7 chord in the 1 position here. We have the 5-7-2-4 scale degrees, which is essentially giving you the minor third from scale degree 2 to 4, C flat, D flat to F flat. It's going to be a 2+1 interval, a minor third above a G flat major triad. So we're going to have a major third, a minor third, and a minor third. This minor third is a 1+2 interval. From 7 to 2, you have a half step from 7 to root, and a whole step from root to 2. And here you have a 2+1 from 2 to 4, right? D flat to F flat. D flat to E flat is 2, and E flat to F flat is 1 half step. So that's a 2+1 interval. Our second chord here was a minor 7. It's going to be 6, root, 3, 5 of C flat, or A flat, C flat, E flat, and G flat. A flat, C flat, E flat, G flat is a minor 7 chord. The 6, root, 3, 5. It's going to have a 2+1 interval here for its minor third, and a 1+2 up here for its minor third. third chord is a half diminished, the 7-2-4-6 chord. It's going to be B flat, D flat, F flat, and A flat. Again, this is half diminished because F flat to A flat is a major third. From scale degrees 4 to 6 is a major third. You have from C flat to D flat is 2 half steps, and from D flat to E flat is 2 half steps. B flat, D flat, F flat, A flat. Did I say that right? F flat to G flat is 2 half steps, and G flat to A flat is 2 half steps. 7-2-4-6. You're going to have a 1 plus 2 interval here and a 2 plus 1 interval here. In this case, it's going to be B flat, D flat, F flat, A flat. All right, our 4 chord is a relative major. C flat, root 3, 5, 7, C flat, E flat, G flat, and B flat. C flat major 7 chord is a 4-3-4 spacing. It's going to have a 1 plus 2 interval here for its minor third. The 5 chord here is the 2-4-6 root chord. It's D flat, F flat, A flat, and C flat. It's a minor 7 chord. D flat minor 7. It's going to have 2 plus 1 intervals for its minor thirds. The 6th position, 7th chord here, is a minor 7, 3, 5, 7, 2, E flat, G flat, B flat, and D flat. E flat minor 7, E flat, G flat, B flat, and D flat. It's a 3-4-3 spacing. However, since it's the same quality, even though it's the same quality as the 2 chord here and the 5 chord, the minor thirds of this chord, the 3, 5, 7, 2 scale degrees, are 1 plus 2s on both of them. 1 plus 2 here and a 1 plus 2 here. And our flat 7 chord was the F flat 4-6 root 3 scale degrees of C flat, F flat, A flat, C flat, and E flat. So we have a flat 7, F flat major 7 chord, F flat, A flat, C flat, E flat. It's a 4-3-4 spacing for major 7 chords with a 2 plus 1 interval between the 6 and the root. So those are going to be your chords of G flat Mixolydian. It's inharmonic with F sharp Mixolydian. And it was the dominant 7, a minor 7, half diminished, major, minor, minor, and a flat 7, major 7 for all your Mixolydian modes. Assuming that the scale degrees don't change, I'm going to discuss now the inversions of these chords. And I'm going to be discussing the interval qualities for the chord qualities, right? So we're going to be talking about the relative spacing of the notes within the chord and the inversions. So here we had a dominant 7, G flat dominant 7, G flat, B flat, D flat, and F flat. The dominant 7 in root position is a 4-3-3 spacing. When we invert this, we have a 3-3-2 spacing here, starting on B flat, D flat, F flat, and G flat. That's your 3-3-2 position, first inversion, dominant 7 chord. The second inversion is 3-2-4 position, starting on D flat, D flat, F flat, D flat, F flat, G flat, B flat, and G flat. No. D flat, F flat, G flat, B flat. Okay. And your third inversion, dominant 7 chord, is a 2-4-3 position, starting on F flat. 2-4-3 is F flat, G flat, B flat, and D flat. Coming down is D flat, B flat, G flat, F flat, B flat, G flat, F flat, D flat, G flat, F flat, D flat, B flat, and F flat, D flat, B flat, and G flat, or G flat dominant 7 chord. Our second position chord of G flat Mixolydian was the A flat minor 7, A flat, C flat, E flat, and G flat. And this is a 6th chord of your relative major. It's a 3-4-3 spacing in root position. When we invert a minor 7 chord, we have a 4-3-2 position, starting on C flat, C flat, E flat, G flat, and A flat, or a 3-2-3 inversion. E flat, G flat, A flat, C flat, and a 2-3-4 position, starting on G flat, A flat, C flat, and E flat. Coming down is E flat, C flat, A flat, G flat, C flat, A flat, G flat, E flat, A flat, G flat, E flat, C flat, and G flat, E flat, C flat, A flat. Our third chord was a half diminished 7-2-4-6 scale degrees, B flat, D flat, F flat, and A flat. It's a 3-3-4 position and root position. When we invert it, we have a 3-4-2 position, starting on D flat, F flat, A flat, and B flat. Here we have the 4-2-3 position, starting on F flat, A flat, B flat, D flat. And here's our 2-3-3 position, starting on A flat, B flat, D flat, and F flat. Coming down is F flat, D flat, B flat, A flat, D flat, B flat, A flat, F flat, B flat, A flat, F flat, D flat, and A flat, F flat, D flat, and B flat. The fourth position chord was a relative major, C flat, E flat, G flat, B flat. It's a 4-3-4 position. When we invert it, we have a 3-4-1, starting on E flat, G flat, B flat, C flat. To a 4-1-4 position, G flat, B flat, C flat, E flat. To a 1-4-3 inversion, starting on B flat, C flat, E flat, and G flat. Coming down is G flat, E flat, C flat, B flat, E flat, C flat, B flat, G flat, C flat, B flat, G flat, E flat, and B flat, G flat, E flat, C flat. Again, the relative major, our fourth position chord of G flat Mixolydian. Our 5 chord here was the A flat minor 7, which is a 3-4-3 spacing, A flat, C flat, E flat, and G flat. When we invert this, we have a 4-3-2 spacing, starting on let's see, it's D flat, F flat, A flat, C flat, and then we have a 4-3-2, F flat, A flat, C flat, D flat, a 3-2-3 position, starting on A flat, F flat, A flat, C flat, A flat, C flat, D flat, F flat. That's 3-2-3. A flat to C flat is 3, C flat to D flat is 2, and D flat to F flat is 3. Here's our 2-3-4 position, starting on C flat, D flat, F flat, and A flat. Coming down is A flat, F flat, D flat, C flat, F flat, D flat, C flat, A flat, D flat, C flat, A flat, F flat, and C flat, A flat, F flat, D flat, or D flat minor 7. The 6th position chord was our E flat minor 7, E flat, G flat, B flat, and D flat. It's a 3-4-3 spacing. When we invert it, we have a 4-3-2 starting on G flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, to our 3-2-3 starting on B flat, D flat, E flat, G flat, and a 2-3-4 position starting on D flat, E flat, G flat, and B flat. Coming down is B flat, G flat, E flat, D flat, G flat, E flat, D flat, and B flat. E flat, D flat, B flat, G flat, and D flat, B flat, G flat, and E flat. For a flat 7 chord, this is a major 7, F flat, major 7, the 4/6 root 3 scale degrees of C flat, F flat, A flat, C flat, and E flat. It's a 4-3-4 spacing. When we invert it, we move our F flat to the top. We have a 3-4-1 starting on A flat, C flat, E flat, and F flat, to a 4-1-4 position, C flat, E flat, F flat, A flat, and our 1-4-3 starting on E flat, F flat, A flat, and C flat. Coming down is C flat, A flat, F flat, E flat, A flat, F flat, E flat, C flat, F flat, E flat, C flat, A flat, and E flat, C flat, A flat, and F flat. Those are going to be your chords of G flat Mixolydian mode. You had a G flat dominant 7, A flat minor 7, a B flat half diminished, C flat major 7, D flat minor 7, E flat minor 7, and a flat 7, F flat major 7. Those are your chords of G flat Mixolydian.